The crypto market and US stocks are showing renewed strength. But is this the beginning of a bigger rally, or are we heading toward another correction? Let's break down the key signals. First, US stocks remain strong. The S&P 500 is trading near record highs, while the Nasdaq continues to benefit from AI and technology stocks. Low volatility and strong corporate earnings are supporting the market. But there's a major risk: interest rates. The Federal Reserve remains cautious because inflation is still above target. At the same time, long-term Treasury yields remain elevated. If bond yields rise sharply again, technology stocks and other risk assets could come under pressure. Now, let's talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has bounced strongly and is testing the critical $70,000 to $72,000 zone. A decisive breakout above $72,000 could open the door towards $75,000, $78,000, and potentially $80,000. But if Bitcoin fails here and falls below $66,000, the market could see another wave of liquidations. One of the strongest bullish signals right now is Bitcoin ETF demand. Recent ETF inflows have returned strongly, while Ethereum ETFs are also attracting significant institutional money. Ethereum is currently showing even stronger momentum than Bitcoin, which could signal that investors are beginning to rotate into higher risk assets and altcoins. Another positive factor is the weak US dollar. A weaker dollar generally supports Bitcoin, gold, and other risk assets. However, there is one major wildcard: oil prices and geopolitical tensions. If oil prices surge, inflation could accelerate again. That could force the Fed to remain hawkish, creating pressure on both stocks and crypto. So, what's my outlook? Short term, cautiously bullish. The key levels to watch are $72,000 for Bitcoin, ETF flows, Treasury yields, the US dollar, and oil prices. If Bitcoin breaks $72,000 while ETF inflows continue and bond yields decline, we could be looking at the beginning of a much bigger risk-on move. But if Bitcoin loses $66,000 while ETF outflows return and yields rise, expect a much deeper correction. The next few days could be critical for both crypto and US stocks.